Be real, be transparent, be easy. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of JahBEEtv. Be extraordinary every day. Teaching you how to be free, transparent, and easy. And you know how we do it. Less than 10 minutes of power packed into one single segment. I feel the love, you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to check me out on youtube.com and subscribe to my channel. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You'll be entertained. You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll learn something. You'll get closer to God. You'll think bigger. It's going to be great. I promise you. So just
transparent moments. Take 3. Everybody's been in a situation where you've loved somebody, you trusted somebody, they disappointed you, they broke your trust, and then you felt pain that you could not express. The type of pain that made you feel like, I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to do anything, I'm just sick of people, I don't trust anybody else, and I will make sure that this never, ever, ever happens to me again. I hear a hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
In the building. Was that you?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, sister.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. My experience actually happened some years ago. But first, let me tell you about how I used to feel. I lived a very sheltered life. There were a lot of things that my parents kept me from, so I never really had to discover them on my own. I made some choices of my own afterwards that I wouldn't link myself up to different people, especially in a bunch of different relationships, because I didn't want to have my heart spread out all over Hampton Roads.
Portsmouth, a little bit of me in Hampton, a little bit of me in Virginia Beach, a little bit down there in Suffolk, and then a little bit of me in Newport News.
So I decided, hey, always make sure that I'm friends with the person that I date first. Until one day, I made the biggest mistake of my life. I started dating someone that I barely knew. The biggest mistake of my life. I know. That was stupid. It was very stupid. And I beat myself up enough. So needless to say, got together with this guy, and it ended terribly. And I have to be honest, the person really, really hurt me. And I cried, and cried, and cried, and cried. I didn't have any more tears left. It was such a sad time in my life. Used to be so excited, so happy about everything, loving people, expectant about life, you know. But after that relationship, I was broken. The way the person treated me, like I was nothing, like I wasn't important, like I was on the bottom of the priority list. I learned a couple of things from that experience. Number 1,
Don't blame the person. It wasn't his fault. He was just being who he's always been. I'm the one that let him into my life. Most people say, but if you really think about it, that person was always like that. And you saw the signs. Just like I did. But I still figured, oh, he'll change. Oh, I can change him. We can have Bible study together. None of that stuff works. He was just being who he was, and I let him into my life. But if I had never let him into my life, I would have never been affected by the character that he had or didn't have. So there's no need for me to be upset at him and hold a grudge against him. I'm the one that made the decision. That's some hard stuff to deal with right there. But if you can be honest, you can be free.
you following me on Twitter? Well, why not? Nigga, take a look at the bottom of your screen. It's so sad. I even thought that I would just swear off relationships, swear off guys, and just be single. But that's not realistic. I don't want to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone. But you just don't want to be hurt again. And you're afraid. So you say stupid things like,
I'll never trust anybody else again. I'll never date again. I don't want to look at another guy. I'm done with guys.
that's not true. And I can't hold my past relationship to my new relationship. It's not fair to this person to be comparing them to this person, thinking that this person is going to treat me the way that this person treated me just because this person was crazy because I chose to let this person in my life, when this person is a gift from God and is a great person, but I'm still looking at them like they're this person. So now I make them the same person, and then I'll be without one person at all. Did you get that? I've heard so many people say things like,
well, you know, as long as I got Jesus, I don't really need nobody else.
Or, I don't need them. I don't care what people say. I don't care what people do. I'm going to just do me.
I'm so glad God is not like man. I just worry about me and the Lord.
But the truth is that you can't separate the two. Enter deception tip number 1. The devil wants us to think that we can close our hearts off to human relationships and still have an effective one with God. That is the biggest lie that has ever lived. In order for me to move forward, I would have to deal with the pain and not run away from it. I think that's what we do too often. We just avoid it. We try to act like it didn't affect me. I'm okay. I'm good. You know, and then you end up having years and years and years of all these different situations where people have hurt you, people have let you down, where people have used you, and it's making a mountain at the end of all of these little molehills. You can't keep going and acting like that stuff isn't there. I realized that I had to look inside of me and deal with this stuff. You need that release. I had to say, okay, he hurt me. This is how he hurt me. This is how I feel. And admit it, even though it made me feel less than I was. And I couldn't really have an effective relationship with God trying to love him when I'm closing off my heart to other people. It's deception. It really is. I just had to give it to God. Now let me encourage you.
Look me up on YouTube. JahBEEtv is my channel's name. Look me up on YouTube. JahBEEtv is my channel's name. Ask JahBEE at gmail.com. Gmail.com. Gmail.com.
Maybe you went through what I went through. Maybe you just felt like you didn't want to have any more relationships. You didn't want to go outside. You just wanted to sleep the pain away. I'm here to tell you that you can have your innocence back. You can have your positive perspective of life back. You can have your excitement. You don't have to be closed off. You don't have to be a brick wall. You don't have to keep everybody at arm's length. Deception tip number 2. Everybody is not like that. There is somebody that you can trust. There is somebody that will love you unconditionally. There is somebody that will not take you for granted and take advantage of you. In order to recognize that person, you have to be able to recognize true love. And in order to recognize true love, you have to keep growing in the Lord. And in order to keep growing in the Lord, you have to be transparent and deal with these pains in your heart. I'm saying pour yourself into God. Why? Because God is love. If you pour yourself into the real thing, you'll be so consumed, covered, saturated, and peaceful with what true love is, and you'll be getting so much of it that it won't hurt you when Jimmy or Sally or Susie isn't giving you the type of love that you really need. And not only will you be able to recognize it, but you'll be able to give it away. God will teach you how to love for real every single day, not loving afraid. And when you start to learn to abide in Jesus, there is no fear in there. He helped me to see what true love is and to be full of him, full of his love, so that I could recognize real love and Jesus, so I could recognize the spirit of truth, so I could recognize the spirit of love in other people, so that I know who that I need to let into my life. Guard your heart. Please guard your heart. You got to keep a little, make sure that you filter, keep a filter. Keep a filter a little over your heart, so that you don't, gotta be real careful what you let into it. What you doing? Trying to get to my heart? Let me see your love. Where Jesus at? I don't see no Christ in you. JahBEEtv. This is JahBEEtv.
Alright, I'm getting ready to get out of here. But until next time, make sure you
follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter.com. Follow me on Twitter. I know you're bitter, but just follow me. Teach me how to Dougie. 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 If you follow me on Twitter, I'll teach you how to Dougie. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll teach you how to Dougie. If you like me on Facebook, I'll teach you how to Dougie. Dougie!
all week. This is JahBEEtv. Until next time, JahBEE.